Dear parent, on a pristine beach in Baja California Sur in Mexico, I watched in admiration as hundreds of newborn turtles crawled towards the roaring Pacific Ocean. About 2 months ago, their mothers laid nests on the beach, and a team of conservationists protected them from dogs, coyotes, and poachers. I released 2-hour-old babies in the golden light of the setting sun, and they rather fearlessly made their way into the big waves. My heart broke for them at first. The waves looked fierce and unforgiving, and no matter how ready each turtle felt, it got swept away into the ocean. No one to teach them how to stay afloat, where to find food, or even save themselves from becoming food. Then it struck me that this is nature at its wildest. That even though only 1 in 100 turtles are estimated to survive, the ones who do will live up to 50 years and return to this very beach to lay their own eggs and continue this natural way of parenting. In the human world, we have it much easier. Most of us don't have to look for food or struggle to survive from the moment we arrive on Earth. Most of us watching this have had a somewhat cushy childhood, pampered by you, dear parent. You spent your precious time, affection, and money educating us and didn't shove us into the deep end to fend for ourselves. And we are deeply grateful for that. But something perplexes me very much. Ever since I started travel blogging many years ago, there's a question that repeatedly pops up in my inbox. It is some version of this: how do I convince my parents to let me travel? Very often, this question comes from young Indians, financially independent, capable of making their own decisions, wanting to discover the world. Whether the person is female or not, 28 or 48, living independently or not, the question always remains the same. How can I convince my parents to let me travel? I recognize that strong family bonds are deeply ingrained in us in India. I've traveled to countries like Ecuador and Italy, where families are equally closely knit. I've seen adults weep inconsolably at the bus station in Turkey when a kid leaves home to go to work in a town 2 hours away. I've felt that bond in many homes around the world, from Guatemala to Georgia. But there is one thing that sets us Indians apart. Nowhere else in the world have I seen or heard of parents making decisions for their children after they turn 18, or at least after they start making a living. There is an intrinsic problem with that, especially when it comes to the way you view travel. I know there was a time when travel was considered a luxury, an escape from everyday life. It was expensive, borders were closed, visas were difficult. But times have changed. In a world that seems to be fearful of foreigners, where all that we read about in the media breeds fear and hatred, it is more important now than ever to travel. Because a school textbook can't describe the heartwarming hospitality of a traditional family in Jordan, or the proud and light-hearted spirit of Ethiopians, or the egalitarian way of life in Central America. Fancy degrees might sound good to your friends, but real learning happens when you're stranded in a country you know nothing about, not even the language, and a kind stranger goes far out of their way to help you. No, travel is not a break from life. It is education in its truest, purest form. We need now more than ever for people to travel out of their comfort zones, to discover life beyond the cities and cubicles, to open up their world, to chase their dreams. We need less bankers and engineers, and more artists, musicians, writers, travelers, entrepreneurs, sports people, dreamers. Luckily for our generation, there are many opportunities to stray away from the conventional path. Opportunities that can open doors for your kids. If you let them spend more time on the football field, or in the dance hall, or dreaming up stories, or doing the things they love, time away from their cram and regurgitate schoolwork. Let their happiness over how much they earn, where they work, and who they end up with define yours. Let your kids, whether 28 or 48, choose their own paths and find their bliss. Don't try to fulfill your dreams through them. Encourage them to be dreamers instead. Let them make their mistakes and learn from them. Let them wade into the ocean, learn to float on their own, and find adventures that make life a little bit more fulfilling. This one life is not meant to be spent in the captivity of a job or a partner they don't truly love. At 37 years old and having built a financially sustainable life I genuinely love, I can tell you that it wasn't homework, scoring 90% in school, making it to a good college, or anything in between that helped me chart this path. It was putting myself out there, using whatever money I could save to travel, taking risks, and believing in myself when no one else did. Set your kids free, dear parent. Let them spread their wings. Let the wind carry them to lands far away. Because when they come home, I promise you, you'll be proud of the people they've become.